It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. And on tap tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings going up against the Utah Jazz. And for Utah, their relentless preparation, the off-season, the practices, the preseason games, everything's led up to tonight. They'll be looking to make a statement in this first game. Some teams fast out of the gate, others not so lucky. Kenny, for the teams that have started slowly, how do they turn the tide?
You know what? About a week ago, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and I was like, when that happens, you can't panic. The season's just begun. Identify the real problems before you start tinkering on things.
Sometimes the lineup change can help. Things may just have to work themselves out there.
Time now for tip-off. We get it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. Battle in the Western Conference, the Sacramento crowd hoping to watch their Kings come out on top. And, of course, this is the first they've seen of this Utah ball club since last year. Well, you look at last year, they just could not find their footing, guys, against this team. They dropped all 3 games during the season.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. They'll face off 4 times this year.
These teams have played each other plenty of times over the years. All of these games should be exciting, tight-fisted affairs.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Thanks very much. Well, Quinn Snyder is the coach here in Utah, and he said, as a coaching staff, we show the players we have confidence in them. And then we're unbelievably demanding. But it has to be mixed with patience. And that, over time, pays off. Kevin?
Teaching and motivating. He's done a nice job, D.A. Thanks. So much excitement as we tip off the season. Steve, as a player, did you get butterflies on opening night?
You know, Kevin, I remember my rookie year, that first game. We were playing the New York Knicks, led by Patrick Ewing. I mean, the butterflies were flying. And even in my last season, the 14th season, the butterflies were the same. It's something about opening night. It's just special. And no matter whether you're a rookie or you've been in the league 14, 15 years, those butterflies still kick in.
Let's get a nice clean
game.
And
it tells me you love the game, Steve, even as much your last season as you did in your first season.
And I think it also, Kevin, to add to that, you respect your opponent even in year 14, 15.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Rubio teams up with Mitchell in the backcourt. Ingles outside with Favors at power forward. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. Mitchell's shot is good.
It's hard to stop Donovan Mitchell from getting to his spot. The guy has everything on the offensive end.
Bagley kicks to Hield. Sacramento moving it around. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, great timing there. Bagley gets off the ground so quickly, gives the defense no chance to react.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now, here's Ingles. Here's Gobert, and the rejection by Cauley Stein. Here's Bogdanovich, and it's off from three-point range. Ingles with the ball, now guarded by Fox, 13 feet away. Good. Mitchell's got his second basket.
Boy, how valuable is Donovan Mitchell. Having him in the fold sets up this team moving forward.
Hield sets the pick for Bagley. Back to Fox. Stolen by Mitchell. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
They thought Ingles would be looking for the jumper. Instead, he puts his head down and makes a play.
Cauley Stein kicks to Bogdanovich. Cauley Stein a screen. Unable to get that one. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Ingles, and he comes up with the deuce.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Healed outside. Back to Cauley-Stein. In the corner, it's Healed. 6 on the shot clock. Over Mitchell. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Heald's got his first points of the night.
Carving out just enough space for mid-range. Good look.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. To the inside. On the wing, Ingles. Off target from outside.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Rubio against Fox. Cauley-Stein, a screen. Healed against Mitchell. Fires the 3. Healed with the bucket. Heald's got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Jazz have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Gobert, the screen. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And sometimes Fox just can't be contained. I mean, he plays with so much heart and passion and terrific at scoring even when he gets bodied up. De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4". He can impact the game at both ends.
And De'Aaron Fox made his mark at Kentucky with his terrific on-ball defense. He puts a lot of pressure on.
Yeah, I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
Now, here's Mitchell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 6 points for him.
Already with a bullseye on his back, Donovan Mitchell reacts to the defense, and he scores.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Fox kicks to Bagley. Inside, Healed. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Rubio, the pass to Ingles. Rubio against Fox. Rubio dishes to Favors. Basket good. Favors has got his first 2 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Fox kicks to Cauley-Stein. Inside. And stolen by Favors. And they're on the break. Got a hand on it. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. Passes it to Bagley. Cauley-Stein, a screen. And finished off by Bagley.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now, here's Rubio. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
For Sacramento, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. And Bogdanovich kicks to Heald. Cauley-Stein with a screen on Mitchell. Ingles against Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And how about the mid-range shooting of Fox? Definitely capable of sinking those shots with consistency.
And there's the pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. Here is Favors. Gobert the screen. Favors passes to Ingles. Lets it go from 11. Favors can't get it to go. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Hield can't hit.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
Rubio against Fox. Pass to Gobert. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Lets a floater go. Here's Bagley. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass. Getting it done. Bagley's got 6.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
Now here's Favors. It's tipped. Hield outside. Shoots from the elbow. Right side, Bogdanovich. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
And now we get a chance to check out Donovan Mitchell. A very nice season for him last year. He put up about 20 points per game last season. 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust. But he has the intelligence along with the talent. Just finds new ways to beat them.
Cauley-Stein. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so here's Sacramento. Poked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. 5th, Joe Ingles.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
The Utah Jazz, their offense, they can go at you from several angles. They have a lot of shot creators and a lot of guys that can put it on the floor. Solid shooting, and they don't get sped up on the offensive end.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Here's McLemore. Burks with the double team. And McLemore kicks to Labissiere. Lock at 6. Here's Farrell from past the arc. It's rebounded by Udoh. And Smitty, with the Jazz offense, they are looking for that corner 3.
Yes, indeed. They took advantage of that last season. They took the most corner 3s in the league, and they had the 3rd highest percentage from there.
Here's Farrell after the basket by Utah. Poked loose, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. On defense, the Jazz trailing by 2. Misses from short range. Here's Crowder. Here's Exum on the wing. Cephalosha. Burks kicks to Udoh. Nice ball movement by Utah. Exum passes to Crowder. Cephalosha against Jackson. To the wing on the left. Labissiere in the high post. Offensive rebound. Randolph trying to free himself up, and Labissiere gets it to go. Labissiere's got his first basket of the night. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Screen by Udoh. Crowder kicks to Cephalosha. And it's off from three-point range. Kings leading now by 4. Pass to McLemore. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And there will be flashes when McLemore looks like the 7th overall pick in the draft, Steve, but they're right now few and far between.
Kevin, he hasn't quite broken through. The size and athleticism are there. Solid three-point shooter, but you never know exactly what kind of minutes he's going to give you.
First free throw is good. You always hear about the brotherhood of the NBA. Talk a little bit about the unique bond that you NBA players, Steve, share.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that brotherhood is something special, Kevin, because there are guys that's going through some of the same situations you've been through, especially when you get a chance to talk to some of the veterans. And then the younger guys, when you become a vet, you share all that knowledge. And then what I love about it, that brotherhood, even when you retire, you get a chance to still keep in touch, and you see the evolutions of a lot of those players' families. You see their kids grow, and you love to still be a part of that unique situation.
Here's Udo. That one misses. Some solid defense from Randolph.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Passes it to Farrell. Shot clock at 6. They set the pick. McLemore inside the line. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Jazz trail by 6. To the paint. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
Poor timing on that play. Causes the turnover.
And so here's Sacramento. Here's Farrell. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Can't cash in from close range. Burks on the wing. Out to the right wing. Here's Exum. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession.
And right there, a little miscommunication on that pass.
Kings leading now by 6. Farrell kicks to Labissiere. Fades and shoots. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
Now here's Exum. Tight defense on him. They set the screen. Outside Crowder. Now here's Exum. Defended by Labissiere. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And the rejection by Udo. Now here's Burks. Guarded by McLemore. Here's Crowder. And Labissiere sends it back.
And like how aggressive Labissiere is on defense, using that wide frame to turn back shots.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Exum passes to Burks. And the foul called on Skal Labissiere. That's his first foul. .106 left to play in the first quarter. Exum kicks to Crowder. Burks for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
That's where Burks has shown he can be efficient shooting the ball with the catch and release.
Labissiere, the screen. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Screen by Udo. Now here's Exum. He's guarded closely. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick.
Gotta D up Exum after the screen. He is very smart at picking apart a defense with his shooting as well as his passing.
Randolph a screen. Farrell kicks to Jackson. The pass to Randolph. Over Udo. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, this is why you see guys shying away from their mid-range jumper. It's a bit of a lost art.
Here's Burks out to the right wing. From the arc. Rebound by the Kings. From deep. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Kings ahead, up by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and you know, people didn't really believe in our team a few years ago. They were kind of, you know, laughing at us. When I say I want to win a championship, people are laughing, but I believe that we're going to win a championship.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, and Greg, you should be talking about, winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Protecting that rim early on, that's been a big factor for them tonight.
Well, you can erase a lot of defensive mistakes when you have shot blockers lurking in the background.
So on the floor for Utah, Exum and Burks, their backcourt. Cephalosha is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Udoh in at the center, locking down the middle. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Here's Burks. From down in the low post, it goes. Burks has got 5 now.
Blazing first step of Burks, enabling him to leave the defense in his wake.
This year, kicks to Farrell. Labissiere, the screen, goes up off the pick. Off loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
So it's Sacramento now, after Dante Exum's miss and the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Kings. Bagley, he's checked in for Randolph. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Jackson. And it's Buddy Hield in for McLemore. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Gobert, he's checked in for Udoh. Favors comes in for Jay Crowder. Mitchell, he's checked in for Burks. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dante Exum. Now here's Bogdanovic. And stolen by Favors. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And Rubio kicks to Cephalosha. Outside Favors. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. 6 points for him.
He's a big body. Derek Favors able to weather the contact and guide it home.
And that's a foul. It's called on Thabo Cephalosha. That's his first foul. Some changes for Sacramento. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Labissiere. And it's Fox in for Farrell. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Gobert with the block.
With plays like that, Gobert can start to get in your head. He covers so much ground.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
They can't be afraid to keep pushing the basketball in transition because in a half-court set, they're struggling a little bit.
Now here's Hield. He's got 7. In transition, here come the Jazz. A rebound by Hield.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
The Kings leading. about 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Cauley Stein with a screen on Mitchell. Healed the pass to Cauley Stein. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bogdanovich. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And for good reason. We talk about the effect of Gobert's wingspan, somewhere around 7 feet 9 inches.
Kevin, that's a tremendous advantage that few others have. I guess Mo Bamba's up there around 7 feet 10 inches. And of course, my old teammate Manu Bol still holds the record at 8 feet 6 inches.
Yes, that goes in. Cauley Stein's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. Gobert the screen. Favors passes to Rubio. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And the outside shot finally starting to come around for Ricky Rubio.
Yes, Kevin, he'll never be a pure shooter, but you have to like the improvement. Last year, he hit 35% of his threes, the highest number of his career, and he shot more threes than ever before.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And when it comes to big men who can really handle the basketball, there aren't many of them, but there are a few, and they're pretty good at it, the bigs.
You know, I think the best at this, and we don't consider him a big, but he's close to 7 feet, is Kevin Durant.
Right.
Handling the basketball for a big. DeMarcus Cousins is really good. You look at guys like LaMarcus Aldridge, not bad. Blake Griffin, for his size, being able to handle the basketball. We have so many guys that have that skill set, and they're 6'10" and above.
Bagley, no good.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Cauley Stein with the screen for Bogdanovich. Cauley Stein, a screen. Off the screen. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Now, here's Ingles. He's got 6. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Kings.
And when you're riding on the upper end of the conference like these guys are, you usually have an excellent distribution of how and where you get your points. And these guys have a very effective offense, getting it done inside, outside, and from mid-range as well.
Here's Bagley. 6 points for him. There's the feed to Cauley Stein. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Ricky Rubio. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 13 points per, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
Now, here's Rubio after the miss from Buddy Hield. Rubio outside. Here's Favors. It's blocked.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooting.
Fox kicks to Cauley Stein. Dishes it to Hield. Tipped away. And now Utah, fast break. Puts one up from 19. And it's Rubio, that time on the assist from Favors.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded front court, but still can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D. Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015, and hopefully he'll find the chances to do so.
The Kings trail by 3. Fox kicks to Hield. There's the dish to Cauley-Stein. Gobert with the defensive effort. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. And here's Ingles outside. And Utah, another 3.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Pass to Cauley-Stein. Here's the screen. He dishes it to Hield. Back to Cauley-Stein. Yep, that one goes in there. Cauley-Stein's got his second bucket of the game to go.
A nice move, attacking in the paint with confidence.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. Gobert the screen. Favors dishes to Rubio.
And Ricky Rubio might be one of the most unselfish players in the league. Not only for his passing and how much he enjoys piling up assists, but how he does a great job adjusting to what the team needs him to do and not worrying about his own game.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Rubio.
What you get with Rubio, good size for a guard, terrific playmaker, and trying to become a better scorer.
Both free throws good from Rubio.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Now Fox. He has 5. Outside Bogdanovich. Cauley-Stein a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert with the block, and he gets it back. The second effort. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
It's stolen by Bagley. Hield with it. He's got 7. Cauley-Stein a screen. Hield with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Pass to Ingles. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for Rubio, who has been in the eye of the media for so long, Greg, he's always been unselfish. We've always seen that in his style of play.
You're right, Kevin. You've always been able to see that with Rubio's game. Great at making quick reads, seeing passes before they develop. I mean, he can see who's open and who's going to be open before he even catches a pass.
And the first one drops.
I mean, an incredible story how Joe Ingles has gotten to this point. A lot of it's been resiliency, and a lot of it has been sacrifice.
He's perfect from the line this time.
It was a long and winding road to the NBA for Ingles. Played in Australia, Spain, and Israel. Finally got his chance with the Clippers and then the Jazz in 2014.
And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Jazz leading by 8. To the inside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Steve talking about Ingles, once he did break in, he more than held his own.
As a rookie, he started 32 games, then kept building on his success, earning his coach's trust. Ultimately, he landed a really nice contract, and he has continued to play well.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
The first free throw is good. Steve, we know you're not going to become an official anytime soon, but is there a rule you would change in the NBA right now if you could?
Yeah, I look at the zone defense. I would love to go back where you're guarding your guy in some form or fashion. I know when I played, there was totally different rules about the legal defense, and it was basically imaginary line right straight down the middle. If you crossed that line, you had to go and double team somebody. I look at it right now, there's teams that are so good, they're just kind of playing a zone, and it's forcing us to see teams take more three-point shots.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
The Kings trail by 11. Timeout called by the Kings. Steve, a guy who can give you a lot of things, Joe Ingles, but it all starts with that jump shot.
You're right. He's very efficient from range. That opens up the floor, creates driving lanes and passing angles. Invaluable to this offense.
Healed against Mitchell. Now, here's Fox. He has 5. Sacramento moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Healed, the pass to Bagley. No good again that time.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Here's Mitchell, and the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Here we go, one-on-one. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
And how about the way Fox continues to improve his game? A capable scorer who also rebounds the ball well for his size, and still, though, he can improve on that perimeter jump shot.
2 shots. Last on the first.
And that one misses.
Quinn Snyder, one of the more serious and intense coaches in the NBA. He has an MBA and a law degree. Takes a very measured approach to coaching, and it fits the team perfectly.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Zach Randolph's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Labissiere comes in for Bagley, and it's Ben McLemore in for Heel. Good on the second free throw. And Steve, you talk about Snyder's intensity, perhaps has one of the sternest faces on the sideline.
That intensity has translated to his defense. He's rebuilt the team on that end. The Jazz players have followed his lead. They play with toughness.
Doesn't go for him.
I'll tell you what, his shot's off, but the rest of the team is on. That's why they're still winning.
McLemore dishes to Randolph, and there's the 3-second violation. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Friday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And looking at the Rockets matchup, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game. Minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
The Kings trail by 10. Knocked loose, and now the Kings fast break. The offensive rebound. Randolph kicks to Fox. That one wide left.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Burks.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that third foul this early.
Sacramento shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
That free throw good for McLemore. Yogi Ferrell's checked in for Sacramento. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Utah. And so he makes both from the line. Jazz leading by 8. And here's Exum. And certainly he's got many natural tools. Dante Exum now starting to put them to better use.
Kevin, he's playing with a better decisiveness now. You can see he has a plan. Still very young, still has the upside. We'll see if he can keep it rolling.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
The point guard out of Australia, Dante Exum, is a rare physical specimen. Reason why he has great length at that point guard position. Great size.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Thank you, G.A. He is indeed a fiery competitor. The Kings have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. First one falls for him. And Yogi Ferrell, the undrafted Indiana product, went undrafted after staying all 4 years in Bloomington, but he has shown, Greg, to be a very strong player.
Yeah, and Ferrell is the perfect example of why you give a 4-year player a chance. Knows how to make the most of his time on the floor. I think he could start for a team, maybe be the 6th man, lead the 2nd unit, play off the guard. He is just such a versatile player.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Picked by Randolph. Ferrell passes to Labissiere. Here's Randolph. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
When Randolph gets space near the basket, he's deadly.
Burks' shot is good. Burks has got 10.
His temperature is rising. I mean, it is rising.
Here's Ferrell. He has 7. Outside Jackson. Labissiere, the screen. Randolph, a screen on Burks. In the corner, Ferrell. Off target with his 3. Jazz leading by 10. We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Burks kicks to Exum. Burks sets a screen for Exum. Burks can't get it to go.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is everything but the finish.
From deep. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so it's the Utah Jazz going into the break with a 10-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here by Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what's the takeaway from the first half, and what changes are needed?
Well, they just lined up and kicked our tails straight up one-on-one in transition. We got to own up. We got to keep the basketball in front of us. So shots are going to fall. We need to make some buckets. That'll help set our defense a little bit.
Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They never got too far behind as their largest deficit in the period was 8. With an excellent team performance in the second quarter, they were able to push ahead, scoring easily and defending with a lot more intensity, pushing out to a 10-point lead here at the half. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Ernie, in the stratosphere? Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
And over to Kenny now. Your take on the Kings.
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also look scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
A nighttime glimpse of the Tower Bridge, one of the landmarks here in Sacramento. Welcome back, everyone, to the capital of California. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. One of the stories here, Joe Ingles getting it done today.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
The Kings trail by 10, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Sacramento. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. Down low, it's Bagley and Cauley Stein. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot. Mitchell against Hield. Cauley Stein with a screen on Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. He had stolen by Ingles.
I'll tell you what, terrific anticipation defensively. Tracked it all the way. That pass had no chance.
And here's a look at the stats for Rudy Gobert. Great showing for him last season. Last season, he averaged 13 points a game, 10 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
You know what? Everything is coming so easy for him right now, operating on the highest level.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
And he sinks the second. The Kings trail by 11. Now Fox. Cauley Stein with the screen for Hield. He feeds it to Cauley Stein. Bogdanovich up top. Fox with it. Cauley Stein with the screen on Mitchell. Hield kicks to Bogdanovich. Over Ingles. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Well, this is what happens when you're a threat down low. You attract a lot of defensive attention.
Joe Ingles, and that's good. Ingles has got 14 points for the game.
The silent assassin, Ingles, continues to do his job and does it at a high level.
And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. To the paint, and stolen by Favors.
This is, and I think his coach would agree, unacceptable. 1 turnover in the first half, now multiple turnovers since the break. Too much.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing. A very disappointing start to this half. 3 attempts with nothing to show for it.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Mitchell. That one off the back iron and out. The Kings trail by 16. Hield with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Hield against Rubio. Hield attacking. It's good. 9 points in the game so far.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Rubio the pass to Gobert. Kicks it to Mitchell. Now Favors, covered by Hield. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Again, Mitchell missing. For Sacramento, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Knocks down the 3 ball. Bogdanovich has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Utah leading by 11. Mitchell outside. He kicks it to Ingles, and Buddy Hield is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Favors dishes to Rubio. Passes to Gobert. 5 to shoot. Here's Favors. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Another miss by Utah. Ingles against Bogdanovich. Knocked loose. Fast break, here they come. Jumps up, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
That's quality basketball. Turn them over on the defensive end. Ingles, aware, kicks the ball ahead.
The Kings trail by 13. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And being a part of one of the better draft classes of all time, Steve, I think you would agree, is Donovan Mitchell.
2017 was a deep draft. Featured tremendous talent at the top. Mitchell was a late riser on most people's boards, but still couldn't crack the top 10.
Hield kicks to Cauley-Stein. Favors brings the double. And the pass to Fox. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Fox. Pass break. Here come the Jazz. Rubio's got the ball. Feeds it to Mitchell. The reverse. Over Hield. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Gobert. 14 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Well, coming in, you know Donovan Mitchell's going to get shots. All you can do defensively is try to make it tough on him.
Pass to Cauley-Stein. Kicks to Hield. Off target from 3-point range.
And that's the shot he wants. Just a little bit out of rhythm.
On the wing, Mitchell. The feed to Favors. Mitchell against Hield. 6 to shoot. Here's Favors over Bagley. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And Steve, you'll remember Favors had that impressive rookie season, but he's been somewhat up and down since.
He's kind of an old school power forward. Might have been an all-star 20 years ago. But nowadays, the best forwards can shoot from range and can defend on the perimeter.
The first free throw is good.
You know, the shooting ability of Derek Favors combined with his size makes him a hard matchup for most defenses.
He doesn't get the second one. Smitty, every so often we'll hear about a team holding a players-only meeting. You've been there, I'm sure. You've gone through that. What exactly goes on in those discussions?
You know, Kevin, when you hear players-only meeting, something's going wrong with the team. Right. And obviously, we meet all the time, but when there's specific, in quotation, a players-only meeting, there's a lot of things that are going wrong with the team, with individuals, with the coaches or general managers. They are trying to find a way to hash it out, and those are never good.
There's a screen. Here's Mitchell. Layup off the pick. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
In a short time span, I'm amazed at how far Donovan Mitchell's come. He has very few weaknesses for a young player. And the thing about Mitchell, stands only about 6'3", but has a solid frame and long arms and is very quick off his feet.
And the first one at the line is good. And talking about Mitchell, you have the physical profile, and then you have the intangibles.
The first one, he's a highly competitive guy. The strides he's made with his shooting speaks volumes about his work ethic. Great character and very well spoken.
Farrell's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. And Mitchell drops them both. Here's Farrell. He has 7. Cauley Stein, a screen. Farrell passes to Cauley Stein. It's stolen by Gobert. One-on-one here. Here's Mitchell. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Well, Rudy Gobert has taken on more of a leadership role with this team. Clearly a difference maker on the court with his defense, and will get the team to fall in line. Hard to argue with one of the elite rim protectors in our league.
And with Gobert, he does so much as a defender with his impact, Greg, in the paint.
Yeah, and Gobert does so much in terms of cleaning up his teammates' mistakes while they're defending out there on the perimeter. It allows his teammates to be more aggressive on D, knowing he's going to be that last line of defense. And Gobert won't let them get too comfortable, as he is one of the more vocal players in terms of shaping their D.
Farrell kicks to Randolph. Back to Farrell. Looking to end the run. Good as the jump shot falls. Farrell's got 9. Jazz leading by 15. Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Pass to Cephalosha. He kicks it to Crowder. Clock at 6. Out left to the wing. Rubio, and Utah again with the bucket.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Here's Farrell. He's got 9. Picked by Randolph. Randolph draws the double. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Sacramento with the ball. Here's Hield. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Gobert the screen. Rubio the pass to Cephalosha. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 6 assists now in the game. The Kings trail by 18. There's the pick. Randolph a screen on Rubio. Farrell kicks to Randolph. Back to Farrell. Shot clock at 6. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Randolph can't hit.
That's one of those where you think you've got it, you relax for just a second, and then you're kicking yourself.
It's deflected. Here's Farrell. He's got 9. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession.
And here's a look at some numbers for Farrell, how he performed last season. Averaged about 10 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And for him, it's all about getting better each time he takes the floor.
Also, he needs to avoid distractions on the court and off the court. Just focus on the job at hand.
Here's Farrell. To the middle. He's looking for Labissiere and finds him. Yep, that one goes.
Just sensational finesse there from Labissiere. When he's close to the rim, he's very effective at nailing those shots.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 9. Here's Gobert. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Randolph. The Kings trail by 16. Outside Jackson. Randolph, a screen on Cephalosha. Here's Jackson, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Rubio, the pass to Crowder. Gobert, the screen. Rubio dishes to Burks. Passes it to Crowder. Gobert with a screen for Crowder. Kicks it to Gobert over Randolph. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And a look here at the shot chart for Mitchell.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
Nice work there coming off the screen. Crowder's got 5 points now this quarter.
Nice job creating a little space off the screen. That's all Crowder really needs.
Outside Jackson. Randolph, a screen on Burks. Outside Randolph. A floater. Can't hit that one. And Utah the other way now. Rubio right side. Here's Crowder. It's rebounded by Labissiere. Labissiere's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead. The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
Burks kicks to Crowder. The pass to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Utah. Jackson against Cephalosha. Pass to Farrell. Labissiere with the ball. Here's the screen. From 11 feet away, Utah with the rebound. Crowder's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's McLemore. Labissiere in the high post. And too long on the shot. Utah leading by 17. Rubio right side. Pass to Burks. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession. For the Jazz. Udo's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Farrell. He's got 9. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dishes it to Randolph. Over Udo. Baseline try. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Randolph's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And Randolph's skill in knocking down the mid-range jump shot is important to this team. Helps to have a big man with a jumper.
Here's Crowder. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on the free throw.
The contributions from Jay Crowder extremely valuable because of his defense, toughness, and switchability.
And he sinks the second. 6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Farrell for three. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. So it's Utah now. It's a 16-point game. So on the floor for Utah, Exum and Burks, their backcourt. Favors is out there with Cephalosha. And it's Udo in at the center position.
A tall guard who can see over the defense. Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Here's Fox. It's rebounded by Udo.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Burks. Here's Favors. And it's Randolph with the rebound. Randolph's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Now here's McLemore. Burks covering. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. Sacramento making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. And Utah with a change here too. Ingles is checked in. Here's Labissiere. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. They'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for the matchup with the Grizzlies, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
That one is off.
At 6'11" and about 225 pounds, Labissiere is a long guy, someone who uses that size to his advantage.
He hits the second from the line. Jazz leading by 17. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Outside Favors. He feeds it to Ingles. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Now, here's Fox. He's tightly guarded. Outside Jackson. Back to Fox. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Cauley Stein, a screen. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Fox. From deep.
You know, from day one in this league, Dante has been a quality defender.
Again, the miss by the Kings.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
The Jazz with another miss. The Kings trail by 17. To the paint. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist from McLemore. 8 points for De'Aaron Fox.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Especially at that kind of height disadvantage. You're looking to score the ball or at least draw the foul.
Now here's Burks. Over McLemore. Ingles passes to Udo. Here's Exum. They get the rebound. Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
You love the effort of Favors on the glass. He's a scrappy player who comes away with second chance opportunities for his club.
Fox kicks to Jackson. Down low. It's stolen by Udo. And there's the pass to Burks. And he's going up for the alley-oop, but they'll get another chance. The dish to Udo. That one's not going to go. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That's game one of a 3-game road trip. Utah leading by 17. Exum passes to Ingles. Back to Exum. And Favors kicks to Burks. Favors with the screen. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Ingles. That's short off the rim. Kings have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Feeds it to Fox. Inside. And Labissiere gets it to go.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator. And that's one reason why his team is playing well.
Now, here's Exum. Screened by Udo. Favors passes to Ingles. Wants to get it to Burks and does. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Jazz lead by 17.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Some changes for Sacramento. Bagley, he's checked in for Labissiere. Bogdanovich comes in for Jackson. And Heald subbed in for McLemore. And a switcher also for Utah. Mitchell's checked in. The free throw off from Fox. Utah leading by 15. Now, here's Exum. Inside. It's stolen by Bagley. Pass to Bogdanovich. Got a hand on it.
Unlikely scenario. Joe Ingles times it perfectly. Comes up with the rare rejection.
Mitchell. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And he can't get the first one.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
And he's good on the second. The Kings trail by 16. Fox kicks to Bagley. Launches it. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. 9 points for Marvin Bagley.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Screened by Udo. Mitchell with it. Picked up by Bagley. Great communication on the alley-oop. And the Jazz lead by 15.
Love the agility of Favors to roll hard to the rim after the screen. They count on him to handle that.
And here is Fox. They set the pick. Cauley Stein with a screen on Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Hield kicks to Fox. From beyond the arc. Rebound, Utah.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Utah leading by 15. The feed to Udo. Here's Exum. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
A tremendous threat off the dribble. Dante trying to become consistent in the catch-and-shoot game.
Paulie Stein a screen. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Gobert comes in for Udo. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dante Exum. Now here's Paulie Stein. Bagley sets a screen for Bogdanovich. Misses the 3. The Jazz have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
I like Gobert's attack mentality around the rim. You can tell he loves to throw it down.
Paulie Stein a screen. Fox passes to Paulie Stein. Hield outside. Can they get it? Good, he hits the jump shot. Hield's got 19 points.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Rubio against Fox. Here's Gobert. Back to Rubio. Favors with the screen. Mitchell kicks to Favors. Over Bagley. Favors can't get it to go. The Kings trail by 18. Now Fox. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
Tough screen set there, and the defense was not prepared for it.
Jazz have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. And it's Rubio penetrating, and Gobert kicks to Ingles. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Sacramento's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Pass to Bagley. Over Favors. Bagley, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Favors can't get it to go. The Kings shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Here's Hield. Gobert with the block, but he stays with it. Paulie Stein's shot is good. Rubio with it. He kicks to Favors. Gobert the screen. It's tipped. 5 on the clock, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ingles. The Kings trail by 13. And Bogdan Bogdanovich, Greg, a highly decorated player internationally. Multiple silver medals with the Serbian national team, a EuroLeague champion back in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, he's a talented player, very skilled, and at 6'6" can play either guard spot. Great shooter. I think he's one to watch.
And the first one drops. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Utah leading by 12. Passes it to Favors. Mitchell in the corner. Kicks to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. He dishes it to Favors, and a slam dunk by Favors.
Good job by Mitchell, trusting his teammates, and in turn, that's going to open up opportunities for him.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Donovan Mitchell.
Well, he's got his field goal percentage in the high 50s, and that says a lot about how well he's been able to kind of exploit the gaps in the defense. His motion, his ability to find open spots on the floor, you can definitely see the difference.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen to Dave Yeager's huddle with his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Second chance shot, and it's laid in by Bagley. That gives him the double-double, 11 points and 10 rebounds. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Ingles passes to Gobert. Back to Ingles. Here's Rubio. And Utah, another three.
Not the most comfortable shot for Rubio, but give him credit. He doesn't turn it down.
The Kings trail by 15. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Cauley-Stein a screen. Favors brings the double. Shot clock at 6. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Sacramento has possession. Hield kicks to Fox. Cauley-Stein a screen. Fox passes to Cauley-Stein. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist from Cauley-Stein. 12 points for De'Aaron Fox.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
And the play looked good there for a second, just couldn't finish.
Well, the pass has to be on point. Then the catch and flush just doesn't work out here.
Count the basket. Bagley's got 7 now in this quarter.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Very nice stretch from them, but the reason why they're not into this game, they have to get some stops.
Now, here's Fox. Cauley-Stein kicks to Hield. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
A beautiful bounce pass on the deck. He put it only where his man could get it.
Ingles passes to Mitchell. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Ingles. Takes a three. Bagley with the rebound. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 17-5 run here. Fox dishes to Hield. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. He feeds it to Bagley. Hield kicks to Cauley-Stein. Here's Fox. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Mitchell outside. Here's Gobert. And so it's Utah with the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.